Hi guys, so I hope you had a good Memorial Day, and I'm back after a while, several days that I haven't done readings. And you may not know this, but I usually do readings, like several readings on one day, and I tend to upload them right away on Patreon unless it's like an overwhelming amount of readings. Well, sometimes it is an overwhelming amount of readings, but anyway, I post them later on YouTube. It's sometimes the same day, but usually one after one. I'm going to try to do one per day as opposed to several on a day. Sometimes I do that. Anyway, so to a big piece of news you've heard is that ABC killed the Roseanne show after her racist comment about Valerie Jarrett. It's not worth repeating here, but I thought it was amazing. I think it signals the change, okay, in a way. People are no longer putting up with this bullshit, and it's cool. I thought it was very cool. And of course, what's very interesting is that the president of ABC Entertainment is an African American woman. Okay, her boss. It was the person who sent the letter. So I don't think so, bitch. So I'm like very sad. Roseanne, no, not her. Oh. No, I'm so sorry, Roseanne. Oh no. What's so interesting is that these people, okay, let's just get real. These people benefit from the culture in the US. They have their shows, they make their millions. And at the same time, they push this racist propaganda because actually, by the way, I didn't know this, but apparently in her year after, like on these years of absence, one of the things she did was she was actually working as an anchor for the Russia Today channel, like 2012 or something. And I was like, whoa, hello, she's been indoctrinated by this bullshit. But she's a celebrity here, and yet she talks all this shit, and she feels, it's like, no, you can't, that's not how it works, okay? So bye, girl, bye. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye. Anyway, so today, guys, I know there's so many topics as always, and I feel like before I start into the actual topic of today, I just wanted to say that I feel like with the readings, when I close my eyes, that I feel like I've really incorporated now. It's kind of like the official system or format. I feel like I've developed, okay, in a way, and I feel more confident, and I feel like I'm more capable of really doing these more difficult readings. Okay, so I don't know. I really I'm happy with the way this has developed, and I'm thankful. And I feel like it's some people sometimes mention casually, how do I develop? How do I get started? So maybe I should also. I was thinking of doing a meditation about this, but guys, I don't have time, honestly. Even though I say I don't have time to keep doing the readings. But I feel like right now I can't necessarily focus on this. But I feel like one of the reasons that I have so much practice now that I do these videos, it's a really good way, even if you, to get started, okay, or just kind of like incorporate and trust where it takes you, okay. So anyway, so after this break, the 3-day break, I am going to start on a reading that's kind of like one of the more lightweight ones. Okay, even though I say I don't like Melania because she said Obama not born USA born in Kenya. Even though it's like I feel like she's probably one of the lightest subjects, okay, of this whole thing. Even though I feel like she did say those racist things, still it's like kind of fun or like funny. Even maybe it's because I'm imitating the accent or for whatever reason. Because in a way, I feel like even though she said all these horrible racist things, in a way she's clearly working against Trump. Like she hates him. It's obvious. Okay, so that's kind of fun to read on. So the lightweight question is: last time I saw her, I have said. I saw bank statement, but I have no cash. I need to go hospital. I have breakdown. I have breakdown. Not cannot do it. No. Need cash for the Chanel handpick. No Chanel handpick makes sad. I need a Chanel handpick. Need Chanel handbag or make sad. Anyway, so So then the latest thing, the latest we heard about Melania is that apparently she's in New York City over here. Be like, Melania, girl, come imagine. Can you imagine? This is like be hilarious. She's a guest on my video. Like, Melania, come here. It's like, hello. I hate Donald. Horrible little penis. Very red. Don't like him. No. Mere for money. Mere for money. Anyway, so guys, okay. So let's find out what's going on with Melania. Melania, where art thou? Okay, Melania, what's going on? Where are you? What's going on with you? And it will be interesting to see, guys, what happens next in the next 3 months, okay, for Melania, because it will tell us, like I said, in the past readings, I've looked into what happens to her, and I do feel like she will be owed money, child support money, something like that. I don't think she's going to have whatever, but let's find out just for fun what's going on with Melania. Melania, what's going on? Okay, Melania, Trump. Melania. And guys, it's so funny. I think I've read somewhere back, like around the time of the election, or like right after the election, when they had to make those speeches. I remember people saying that Melania and Ivanka didn't get along, and of course now it makes more sense because Ivanka is like, she doesn't like anybody. Obviously, she's like, hi, I'm here to preserve my money, and you are taking money. So I don't like you, okay? So anyway, so let's find out what's going on with Melania and what's going to happen next. What's up with her right now? What's coming for her? Okay, what's up with Melania right now? What's next? Okay. So guys, I'm going to do one small column for now, and then what's next? Like, what is the next stage for her? Obviously, it will be very difficult to see, or it's not necessarily worth the time, okay, seeing what, like everything about her, but just the next, okay? So we can always do more readings on her because I think it's funny to make the imitations. Imitation. Tell us about Melania. What is going on with you, Melania Trump? Yeah, because people said, she's a person. I'm gonna lower this, guys. Okay. Like I said, now as you know, I do the cards and then I close my app. But let's just get started with this. Okay, so this will be, I'm trying to see if I have more space here. This will be, okay, here, the right now. And interesting, again, guys, this is confirming the money. This is upside down. That's what it looks like to me. So again, money. It's very interesting. It's confirming what I saw in the reading I did. God, was it even like a week ago? Yeah, it was like a week ago or something that she had gone to the hospital. Like she had a mental breakdown because of the money. But it looks like it's still playing out here, okay? Let's see. Oh, opportunity. Oh no, guys, there's stuff here. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I don't want to talk too much about the cards before. Let me just shuffle. Tell us about Melania. Melania, where art thou? What is going on with you, Melania? Oh, and guys, as I am shuffling these cards, I am getting an image of her kind of like going, I feel like, yeah, she's counting. She's counting like what she has. Oh, look, meetings. Okay, interesting. I feel like she's like sorting through her stuff. Like, what does she have? What does she own? Making, what is it called? Taking accounts. I don't know what is that? How do you even call it? I feel like she's making a spreadsheet. When I worked many years ago, I worked when I was in college. I did this, it was an internship. I did work part-time for an art appraiser for a while. And so what happened was you have to, let's say somebody dies. It was called the 3Ds: debt, divorce, and death. So what an appraiser would do, there were fine art appraisers and furniture decoratives, okay, meaning antique tables and those kinds of things. So you would make an Excel spreadsheet of all the items they owned, and then you would start with the process of valuation. So that's what I feel like she's doing in a way. She's taking stock of what she owns. That's the image I'm getting, but I'm not closing my eyes yet. We'll see. Because I feel like I see her more like she's determined or something, like something she saw. Okay, it made her, okay, let's see here. Oh, yeah, moving on from sad news. Oh my God, look. Whoa, whoa. Okay, guys, okay, cool, interesting. Okay, so here, okay, now I'm gonna talk to you. So right now, like this first column is what's going on with her. This would tell me the stuff I talked to you about before, the other reading, which is like she's some financial problems. This is opportunity. Okay, Clover is an opportunity for a meeting. So she went to New York, if anything, right? It's not necessarily indicating here that she tried, the actual travel. It's just saying it's an opportunity for a meeting. And this is dispiacere, like the true, like when you have negative news, this is trying to move on from the bad news. So she indeed, there was some, look guys, this connection of this and this, negative financial news. So she decides to have meetings about that, I believe. This is right now. And in the next step here we have, now I'm going to lower this because it's like this is a little bigger, so there's more cards here. So here we have discovery of, this card is literally the card of theft and terror, upside down. I think either she'll be involved in doing something illegal, but I think essentially is uncovering something illegal. Moon is the card related to madness, but it's also a card related to something that's done in the dark, something that you don't know, you don't know the full story. So she's trying to piece together something, and this is a breakthrough or burst of energy or a new start. Okay, and then below we have here a card of clouds, meaning something, it confirms the idea there's something hidden here. And this is a card of heart. I think, obviously, as we know, she is Trump's wife, but I think there's so much news about the heart for him, meaning, I don't even know, obviously, for him that it's heart itself, but that it's like all the lovers and all that stuff, okay? This is public, something becoming public. So, what I think is that in the process of the discovery of not just the affairs, but how there were all these payments, I don't feel like Melania knew everything, but something came out that she didn't know, or she wants to find out more. This is big hope, big water, which means obviously the zeitgeist is changing, but I think in some ways, regardless of the circumstance, this card really, I think of it as like you have these big dreams, but right, this is like what are her aspirations. It's a little bit like that card, it's not yearning, but it is like the kind of like the big dream, the thing that you like, that keeps you going, okay, the distant image. And this is Bambino upside down, which I think is Trump, okay, the shady baby. Here, journey, something foreign, okay, foreign lovers. Okay, or I wonder even if this could indicate that she leaves, because this could even be about her. Now, this is a very interesting card, guys, because this card is Militare in Sibila, means enemies and foreign, like, attacks, okay? So this is interesting because it's right next to Trump and it's above the journey. So it would indicate that Trump is involved, as we know, in some sort of a shady foreign thing, okay? Here, unexpected money. It's like the publicized, okay? Disgrazia, which is, as we know, terrible card. Now, this was about what's the next chapter for her. Okay, so just judging from the cards here, I would think there's several things. A, what's involved in all the paying off all the mistresses, okay, meaning his love, let's say, just call it his sexual activities outside of the marriage. And then the money becomes public. Suddenly something becomes public. What is it? Finances. And what happens? Disgrace. So something about these finances is published, it becomes public, and it's disgraceful because the shady baby has connections with an enemy, okay, or like, yeah, there's like a connection here with enemies that are foreign, and this leads to disgrace. Disgrace probably because it's right here of the baby, okay? And so it also could be that this is like once this theft stuff is uncovered from behind the clouds, she sees an opening. Okay, this could be, obviously it's a changing on the zeitgeist, but I think she could be like, oh, this is my opportunity, this is my opening, okay? to go away. This could also mean that the opportunity for her to hear the big dream to go away and take some money with her, or like what is the money that she could take. Okay, this is one interpretation, and I feel like, or it could just be that there's like that the blue wave shines light onto his finances. Okay, could be two things. I think they're connected, but essentially I feel like even though I felt like she knew that he was having affairs always, what is indicating to me here is that I feel like she found out something new about the money. Okay, I don't know that she necessarily knew this. Okay, and this discovery, and I feel like maybe she senses that it's his end, the beginning of the end, and that this is actually an opportunity for her to escape, quote unquote, meaning to leave the marriage before the whole thing burns down. So I think she's assessing. This is just from the cards, guys, and from the image I saw of her, like kind of like making lists and like going through. Oh, this is like, you know, I have this dresser that's worth so much. I'm looking at my clothes, kind of like itemizing everything. This is what I'm seeing. Okay, but let's see. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to find out what's going on with Melania right now. Apparently she's in New York. What happened between the time I saw her, you know, that she got this breakdown and then got sick or whatever, was in this hospital until now? What is this transition? What happened to her? What's up with Melania? So Melania was like, she was a little bit kind of drugged, you know, from the shock, but she slowly recovered and decided it was like time to take stock. And I think she became decisive after. She was like, I'm gonna go, I'm done. And I think she called someone's like, get me a car, and she left. You know, guys, I almost feel like, this sounds crazy, she has a trusted person. She's like, can you get me a car? And I think she had the car drive all the way to New York. Okay, I don't think she took up an airplane. I think she may have had somebody drive. I mean, I'm sure she probably has like Secret Service or whatever, or something like that, but she left. She didn't want to. She's like, I can't go back. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Not done. She didn't say I'm done, but like, I have to go. I have to go. So, because she was like, decide. It's like she made a decision after her, you know, her thing, you know, while she was there or something. So she goes home. She's like, finally, thank God. And she feels like someone has been there, or like they have removed some of her things. There's something where she feels like there have been intruders in her house. I mean, it doesn't mean that the intruders are enemies. It just means that they may have worked for Trump. You know what I mean? Like she's being monitored in some way by the Trump's people. And so she's like, interesting. I feel like, guys, she's like, you know, she's still wearing her sunglasses. Like, I'm going to have to leave it behind. This is what I'm thinking is happening to her, guys. I feel like she's looking at it. She's almost as if she's like touching her stuff, and like, it may be the last time I see this stuff. And I feel like I mean, guys, you know, this is quote unquote for entertainment purposes only, but I feel like she's thinking that she's ready to let go of this. She's like, I made a mistake. I made a terrible mistake, and I may have to leave all of this behind, and I may have to have a simple life again. And if this is I can't take this anymore, I feel like she's saying to herself. Okay, so she is meeting, and I think she had a divorce lawyer before. She may have a new one. I think she has a few trusted people, and she feels like with all the publicity that's happening, she can get a better I don't know if it's a better term for her, divorce or sympathy or something. Okay, where she can kind of try to like. Oh, and she's telling the lawyer, she's like, I know he gets subpoenaed for money. I know he need to show money. I have no money, whatever. Like, she's like, knows that there's something coming. I feel like this is what I feel like. She knows there's something. She can't necessarily tell exactly what it is because he doesn't tell her. And she has no access to the, you know, she's just like the trophy wife, whatever. She has the clothes, but yeah, I think everything is locked. Okay, I don't think she has access to anything of particular value that will give her any kind of leverage, right? Information wise, I feel like she knows that it's the beginning of the end. He doesn't know it, and I feel like she knows that she knows that she can't trust Ivanka and Jared. They're looking at her like they have disdain for her. Okay, so they want her. They're happy that she's not there. because that way they, it's easier to get to Trump. Not that she was an impediment to anything, but I feel like it's just better for them. Okay, and I feel like it's just like I need to plot my next moves. Okay, I need to try to get away from this jail, like this, golden castle, whatever it's called. I mean, literally, right? That she lives in this like golden palace, empty palace. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. I think she's assessing, and she's waiting for an opportunity. I don't know what is she waiting for now? Like, okay, guys, just quickly one more thing of cards. What is she waiting for? I feel like what is gonna happen next? Okay, like, is she gonna file something? Is she's gonna wait for Trump to fall? What is the deal? What is happening? Oh, opposition, long-term problems. This is not good. Okay, for Trump. Oh, look, there's this Trump. Loyalty, okay. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, interesting. So, interesting. So this is opposition or long-term problems for Trump. Loyalty, staying. Wheel of Fortune, interesting. Yeah, interesting, because I thought it was going to be something very different. I feel like she stayed, like staying with Trump would bring her a better outcome, but I feel like she now senses that it's almost contradictory. Okay, here, what does it say? Just one more here. This is fighting and conflict, a change, a lawyer, defeat. Interesting. So maybe she went from feeling, like I said before, that she was like, oh, I'm going to stay because it could get better, and to like deciding that this is the time to defeat him. We'll see. Okay, let's see just quickly. So what's going to come next? What is going to be her decision? I feel like she's working with this lawyer to draft everything. They're going to create a case. She's going to pretend like she's going to try to do it secretly or possibly secretly, and trying to like draft her divorce. I think she already had. I've said before, guys. I think she's already talked. They've already talked before, and like she was going to divorce him, but then he became president. So I feel like she's amending, trying to make sure she has like to list what she wants from the divorce. Okay, whatever she can, and then once she's ready, I think she's waiting for an opportunity or some sort of sign or something to. Can she file for a divorce? What's the deal? I think it would be the biggest scandal of her life. She's worried she could be kidnapped. Something could happen to her. She's worried, okay? So I feel like she's waiting. She wants to get it all ready because if he leaves, and I feel like I said, she knows something's happened. Like there's a subpoena, something that we don't know yet about, okay? Something, a big deal. And I feel like as soon as something hits, she's going to file for divorce. Just like it's saying, oh, it's showing, guys, it's interesting. The one that I'm getting here is the woman, what's her name? Georgina Chapman is the wife of, what's his name? The guy, Weinstein, whatever, right? If you've seen his wife, absolutely drop dead gorgeous, very beautiful, classy woman, perfect looking, everything. She had this fashion brand that was always featured. Actresses always wore her dresses. Her dresses are beautiful, by the way, very wonderfully made, but it's the kind of fashion company that probably doesn't make any money. If anything, they're like probably always cut, on like suffering a lot of losses, and she was covered by Weinstein. And I think that was maybe the deal there. And I feel like it's showing me here, just like her, she's going to do the same thing, meaning implying that this woman also had a lawyer as soon as the news broke, and so that something bigger hit, then boom, she filed. Okay, so she's like finalizing something about the divorce, whatever she wants, and waiting for an opportunity to file as well. Okay, but she's not going to want to do it until she knows that they're out, either like that he doesn't, as soon as like something happens to the family, okay, where she feels like Jared or probably both, what's his name, Don Jr., so that they're not going to retaliate against her. So she's waiting until there's like a Trump suffers a bigger blow, and then she's gonna file. Okay, once there's more, she feels like there's something coming. Almost like it's showing also like a surfer. You're waiting, you're like there in the sea waiting for the wave. So when the wave hits, you like surf, get that wave. So that's what I feel like she's waiting for, guys. So that's it. Okay, I feel like she knows, she's kind of like, she has some sort of peace of mind, even though, with all these things, she's like, I'm done. I can't handle this anymore. I'm happy in a way that, because I know it's the way out of my nightmare. Okay, and what about the sun? What's up with Baron? I feel like, for some reason, yeah, I feel like he has a school. I don't know if you go. I think he is still in school in Washington. I think she has a school he has a school in New York. Like, I think he has good teachers here. Like, she likes. I do think he has some sort of issue. People said before. I think she's like, oh, he has much better teachers here or something. Washington, he's watched all the time. He's annoying, whatever. He can be there. He's like crazy. He's like, there's more crazy people in New York. He's better for him. He's a little crazy too. Kind of like that. Okay, so I don't think, I've said before, I think she's just very materialistic, and she, was willing to do whatever. But I think now finally she realized, like, no, it's not enough. I can't. So that's that. I'm gonna stop here, Melania.